Welcome to Dance 101, Lesson 2, Introduction to Compositional Forms and the Purposes of Dance. I'm your host, Teresa Alzadon with the Mountain Arts Center in Prestonsburg, Kentucky, and for the next few minutes, I'll be your guide through the second half of our Introduction to the World of Dance. Our goal is to prepare you to identify, understand, and intelligently discuss some of the basic concepts and styles of dance. The topics we'll cover in our time together are some of the same ones you'll be required to know during CATS testing. So listen up, this will be on the test. Previously, we discussed the two types of dance movement, locomotor and non-locomotor, and the three elements of dance, space, time, and force. Today, we're going to take a look at how we communicate thoughts, feelings, and ideas through dance, and some of the ways dance has been used throughout history. We'll also talk about 4 of the compositional forms a dance can take and how to find the theme of a dance. Are you ready? Okay, let's get started. When we speak about the compositional form of a dance, we're talking about the dance's overall structure. That is, how the separate parts of a dance come together to make a whole work of art. Each compositional form is made up of 2 or more distinct sections. Often these sections are clearly indicated by a change in the music. For example, the tempo of one section might be slow, while the following section is faster. We'll look at 4 of the basic compositional forms. They are AB, ABA, call and response, and narrative. Let's start with the simplest one, AB. A dance in the AB form has 2 distinct sections, Section A and Section B. Let's see an example of the AB compositional form now. See if you can find where Section A ends and Section B begins. Not hard at all, was it? Section A was clearly different than Section B. Did you see how the dancers changed their movements to reflect the change in the music? Now let's move on to the ABA form. I bet you can guess how this form is different than the AB form. That's right. After dancing through Section A and Section B, the dancers went back to Section A again. With only a few small changes, the second Section A looks and sounds just like the first one. The next compositional form is named call and response. Imagine that you're making a call on a walkie-talkie. As you talk, the person listening must wait for you to finish before he can respond. This back and forth conversation is very similar to the way the call and response compositional form works. One dancer performs a series of movements, also called a phrase, and then the other dancers respond with a corresponding set of movements. Let's see an example of the call and response compositional form right now. As they dance, see if you recognize the back and forth dynamic between the 2 groups. final compositional form we're going to discuss is called the narrative form. When you read a good book, each page gives you more information than you had before. There's a beginning, a middle, and an end, and each chapter builds on the one before it until the story is complete. In the narrative compositional form, the dance is meant to tell a story, just like a book does. As you watch this example of the narrative form, see if you can guess what this story is about. Did butterflies come to mind? After you've watched a dance, examined its elements, and determined what compositional form it uses, you can step back and ask the question, what's this dance about? Your one or two word answer is the dance's theme. Words like love, family, friendship, growing up, pain, sorrow, crisis, or death can all be the theme of a dance. If your answer is a sentence like, a group of soldiers go into battle together and some of them die, then you've given the plot. Think smaller. Try to sum it up in one or two words like war or courage. Now that we've looked at how a dance can be put together, let's take a quick look at the historical purposes of dance. There are three basic purposes of dance: ceremonial, recreational, and artistic. Let's start with ceremonial dance. Throughout history, people have danced to worship and communicate with their gods, to celebrate and give thanks on happy occasions like weddings, births, and good harvests, to mourn tragedy, to prepare for war or hunting expeditions, to commemorate great events in their past, and to pass that history along to the next generation. The next purpose of dance is recreational. Recreational dance is any dance that is done for fun and enjoyment. Dance has always been a popular social activity, bringing people together. Examples of recreational dances include everything from folk and square dancing to social dances like the waltz, cha-cha, and jitterbug. Going out dancing at a club or going to the high school prom are also examples of recreational dance. Dancing for exercise, as in aerobic dance, is also considered recreational. The final purpose of dance is artistic. Artistic dancers wish to communicate with and entertain an audience. Artistic dancers approach dance much the way top athletes approach their sport, training intensely in order to perform at the highest level. Artistic dance includes ballet, tap, jazz, modern, and competitive ballroom dance. And there you have it, all the tools you'll need to accurately describe and discuss any dance you come across. Before we finish up though, let's review some of the information we covered in today's class. Are you ready? When we speak about the compositional form of a dance, we're talking about the dance's overall structure, or how the separate parts that make up a dance come together to make a whole work of art. There are four basic compositional forms: AB, ABA, call and response, and narrative. A dance in the AB form has two distinct sections, Section A and Section B. The ABA form is just like the AB form, however, dancers repeat Section A at the end of the dance. The call and response form is like a back and forth conversation, with one dancer performing a series of movements, or phrase, and the other dancers responding with their own set of movements. In the narrative compositional form, the dance is meant to tell a story, with a beginning, a middle, and an end, just like a book. Your one or two word answer to the question, what's this dance about, is the dance's theme. Words like love, family, friendship, growing up, pain, sorrow, or death can all be the theme of a dance. We can categorize dance into three basic historical purposes: ceremonial, recreational, and artistic. Ceremonial dance is used for worship, celebration, mourning, commemoration, and to pass along history. Recreational dance is done for fun and enjoyment. Examples of recreational dances include everything from folk and square dancing to social dances like the waltz, cha-cha, and jitterbug. The final purpose of dance is artistic. Artistic dancers wish to communicate with and to entertain an audience. Artistic dance includes ballet, tap, jazz, modern, and competitive ballroom dancing. There you have it, a complete introduction to the world of dance. With the terms and concepts you've learned, you now have every tool you need to understand and intelligently discuss any dance you see. Now it's time to take a short quiz on the information we covered in today's class. Question 1. The overall structure of a dance is called its A. Theme, B. Compositional form, C. Method, D. Purpose. Question 2. Which of the following is not a compositional form? A. Call and response, B. Narrative, C. Ceremonial, D. AB, E. ABA. Question 3. Which compositional form is like a dance conversation? A. AB, B. ABA, C. Call and response, D. Narrative. Question 4. True or false? The theme of a dance should be summed up in one sentence. Question 5. What are the 3 purposes of dance? Question 6. Which of the following is an example of ceremonial dance? A. Ballet, B. Waltz, C. Square dance, D. Rain dance. Question 7. Aerobic dance is considered to have which purpose? A. Ceremonial, B. Recreational, C. Artistic. Question 8. A dance performed on stage for an audience is most likely A. Artistic, B. Ceremonial, C. Recreational.